What's up, guys? Welcome to another rapid reaction of the BG Show. I am here to review Thor Love and Thunder, the 2022 movie that just came out. I just left the theater. I'm doing him flying solo today. No Depeche. Depeche is upstate in Skinny Atlas. He's busy, so I'm doing this myself today. We're hopefully going to link up for more stuff. There's been a much bigger gap than I would have anticipated from our Doctor Strange review to now, but it's been a busy month for us both, so I'm going to do this one solo. As always, I'm going to do non-spoiler first, and then I'm going to get into spoilers after. So, you're safe to watch if you haven't seen it yet. I won't spoil anything. So let's just get right into it. These are, kind of I haven't really thought about it at all. This is just like right off the tip. I've just seen it. So, do I not like it? Do I like it? Overall, I like the movie. I don't know if I put it above Ragnarok. I think I like Ragnarok more, overall, although it's close. It was a good movie overall. The thing I would say, it was kind of like a roller coaster ride, because when the movie first started, I thought it started off really strong. I really liked it. I thought the tone was really good. And then there are times where they kind of interject humor, and I'm not talking about, typical MCU humor. I'm talking about they put humor in parts where you really think like, this is gonna be a really great, serious scene, and then I really got surprised by the humor. And even after like 30 MCU movies almost, I was really surprised, and I was kind of bummed out. I know it was Taika Waititi, so I was expecting it, but I still kind of was a little bit disappointed by it. I guess, not really spoiling too much about the villain, but overall, everyone knows Christian Bale as Gore is the villain. So, did I like him? Yeah, I liked him. My only, I guess, critique was we probably could have got more backstory from him. I think they could have cut out parts, some other parts, or maybe even made the movie a little bit longer. The movie was only 2 hours. I'm usually I like a 2 hour movie. I can go to 220, 230 if you make it good. And I think if you got Christian Bale, this is your one opportunity to use him. So I think they could have stretched it out a little bit more. I guess, this is kind of, I guess not a spoiler, but a little bit of a spoiler. But I guess I'll say it. He kind of, I guess another critique is, leaving Endgame, we kind of thought we'd see like a Guardians Thor maybe Thor being the Guardians movie, maybe the Guardian, and it doesn't really seem like that's going to happen. So that link up at the end kind of was for nothing. It was just kind of in those movies, which I guess is okay, but you were kind of I guess I was kind of hoping that would turn into something. More non-spoilers. I guess another critique I have is overall is the stakes of the movie. This kind of, we kind of understand that some of the Earthbound movies aren't going to have the same stakes as this movie, but overall you would expect a movie with Thor, who is arguably the strongest Avenger, or say Captain Marvel or Scarlet Witch, whatever. He's definitely in the top 5, top 3. You would expect the movie to have a little bit more stakes, a little bit more, and I'm not even talking about stakes within the movie, I'm just talking about impact of the MCU, which is two different things, right? There's a lot of stakes in the movie, but there's not so much, like when you think of the impact of the characters are really kind of the same. When you're in the same places when you left, there's some new characters and whatnot, but overall it's not that big of an impact. And when you think you're only getting a Thor movie every 3 years, and there's only been 4 of them, you kind of expect more. Another noteworthy thing is this is the first time, and it's not really getting talked about as much as I thought, that a character has gotten a 4th movie. Iron Man only got 3, Captain America only got 3. So Thor's the first solo guy to get a 4th movie, which is a big deal, because, the fact that Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. didn't even get a 4th shows you how difficult it is. And even, Captain America 3 was kind of, was really almost like Avengers 2.5, because it was Civil War. And I guess one more non-spoiler thing was Natalie Portman comes back, obviously, and overall, I'm just not a fan, really. I gotta be honest. I don't really know why. I've never been able to pinpoint it. you think I would like her just because, I'm Jewish and she was born in Israel and I'm from Long Island. She was raised in Long Island like me, and she was in the Star Wars movies and she's been in the Thor movies, and she's not bad. I just think the plotline they did with her actually had potential, but I think, again, they didn't execute it well. They didn't commit enough to it. I think overall, yeah, I was expecting the movie to be just better. That I think it could have been executed better. It could have been, it was like, I'd say the movie was probably, so we do scales out of 100, right? I would say this movie is probably like an 83 out of 100 for me. But I think with some minor tweaks, this could have been a 93. You could have been looking at a really, really, top tier MCU movie. So it's tough because some of the moments are really, really good. So I'd say, individual moments, they have some elite ones, but it has some really, really cringeworthy bad ones. So I don't want to say, yeah, I guess middle of the pack, but upper middle of the pack. I'd say this falls for me. I'd have to look at the rankings. It's not in the top 10. Is it rewatchable? I think so. So overall, I think I land like 83, 84 out of 100. And I guess the final question, is it worth seeing in theaters or waiting for Disney Plus if you're a casual fan? I think you see it. You should just see it in theaters. I think it's worth seeing. Obviously, mileage varies depending on how casual you are, but I think it's definitely worth seeing. You won't be disappointed. There's 2 post-credit scenes. So I would stick around for those. They have a little bit of an impact on the MCU. So yeah, overall, I'd say Thor Love and Thunder was a solid addition. I'm still excited to see where the character goes because, he's still one of the most powerful Avengers and Marvel characters, but there definitely was some disappointment still, and I would expect some not as warm a reception as Ragnarok got, because I think coming off Ragnarok, people were expecting a little bit more. So we'll see. I think there might be a little bit of, I don't want to say panic, but there might be a little bit of anxiety building within the MCU fan base, coming off this movie, and then leaning into Black Panther as the next one, which will be a real, pressure situation. So we'll see. So that's my non-spoiler review. I'm going to get into spoilers now. Again, thanks for watching. Sorry for the long break from Doctor Strange 2. But we'll have a lot more reviews coming, so stick around, and thanks for watching. Thanks.